when it's time to get older. If you can't hope, you won't find. When you lose a fire, it gets colder.
Feel
your flame all night and spread my ashes, ashes over summertime. I feel just fine, make your love all night. I feel alive, dancing on the moonlight. I can burn, burn up in your flame all night and spread my ashes, ashes over summertime. I feel just fine, make your love all night. I feel alive, dancing on the moonlight.
Right here, I wait for a minute to let my diploma rings cool down, so sorry for the wait, guys.
Outside there's a bird and it is singing, and outside of my window there's a light. I feel like someone's talking to my spirit. They tell me that there's reasons to survive. I could draw you a picture, I could write on my face, I could read you a scripture of tears. And I know no matter how much colder or how much I carry on my shoulders, as long as I'm standing